People have been asking me to cover the new update for the hit single mod, and I have to admit, this is one of the best mods that I've played in quite a while, and it has some interesting lore as well. Now, the first thing that I want to note is that none of the storylines in this mod are connected, meaning that each character basically has their own lore that is completely independent of each other, which I think is important to point out, especially since people believe that this version of Boyfriend, who is called Yourself, is actually Lord X. Now, while that would make sense, since when you consider the fact that Lord X can take on the form of any person or creature that he chooses, it isn't actually the case for this character. Yourself is a version of Boyfriend that is from a universe where Girlfriend actually dies in some kind of tragic accident. Boyfriend is not able to cope with the loss of her, and he ends up losing his mind and also not really taking care of his body or his clothes, which is why he looks like crap. And for the people wondering why he's so tall, it's actually because Boyfriend is very tall. In the FNF universe, he's always portrayed as kind of being tiny, but in reality, he's actually huge. He looks a lot like Yourself, meaning that Boyfriend is a tall, skinny 19-year-old. Another fact that I found interesting here is that in the cutscene where Yourself gets a solo, we actually see the alternate version of Girlfriend, who is called Herself, for just a moment. But the red light that appears around him is actually Girlfriend. It almost seems like he manages to keep a piece of her spirit with him at all times because he just can't seem to let her go, and possibly because Girlfriend has always been with Boyfriend, so maybe she just couldn't let go of him either. But unfortunately, we don't really get a lot of information about her in this mod, so right now that's just my theory. Now, I know a lot of people are wondering why Yourself is able to change his size, and I think it's just to show us that he actually is Boyfriend from a different timeline, which is why he can look like Boyfriend and also mimic some of his lines. And lastly, I think the inspiration for Yourself is actually from an older character called Lookalike. I remember covering him like a year or two ago, but I think he ended up being scrapped. And if my memory serves me correctly, I think he was a character in like an EXE mod. Now in the free play, we see a lot of characters that have popped up in other mods, but with a slight addition to their backstories.
Epic rap battle! Silly Billy versus Silly Billy. Let's go!
Yo, my name is Silly Billy.